Two excellent, wonderful students, and they're both going to be giving speeches tonight. So first I'd like to ask Jacob Reed Richardson to come forward, please, and we'll hear from Jacob.
Good evening, Principal Richards, distinguished faculty, honored guests, and fellow students. Everyone can now take a deep breath. Stop, blink, turn around, and look back. Where has the year gone? Where has middle school gone? It has gone by faster than should be allowed possible. But don't be saddened by this, because it means we did stuff. We did amazing stuff. We went to Tremont, the Georgia Aquarium, Washington, D.C., and made so many memories. Some of these experiences include the day it snowed while we were still at school and Mr. Albrich let us out on the roof, or the day that the power was out and we were stumbling around in the dark for an hour and a half. I'd like to congratulate Alex on being the first middle schooler to hack into Google. Next, I'd like to congratulate George on taking 100 selfies in 4 days, because that's a real achievement. I would also like to congratulate Mrs. Good's ability to remain calm in the face of fire, because that is an even greater achievement. I would like to express my gratitude towards my family, and on behalf of my class, thank the most hardworking individuals in Fayette County. Mr. Richards, Mrs. Didier, Mrs. Good, Mr. Albrich, and Mrs. Spieler. Thank you for working so hard to provide our class and all the students at St. Paul with a Christian education in such a great place. Not only have you educated our minds, but you educated our hearts, and that is what sets St. Paul apart from other schools. Also, I think I can speak for my entire class by thanking Mr. Preble for his daily feasts. Congratulations to my fellow classmates. Middle school is hard, and avoiding its landmines is a daunting task, but you made it. Yoda once said, "Do or do not, there is no try," and you guys do. You are individually valuable and special, so believe in yourself, and always remember where you came from. And in case you are ever unsure, I wrote down a list of reminders. You might be a St. Paul Eagle if your ankles suddenly start swelling when Mrs. Spieler announces, "We're running the mile next week." You might be a St. Paul Eagle if you've ever requested hospice care for writer's cramp. You might be a St. Paul Eagle if Mr. Richards announces, "We're going to celebrate for the art contest Sasha won last year." You might be a St. Paul Eagle if you have not attended 5 straight days of school for a 2-month period just because it's cold outside. You might be a St. Paul Eagle if the most common words you hear are whale's tails, gnarly, and radical. You might be a St. Paul Eagle if you get points off for titling your papers like this, #patriotism. You might be a St. Paul Eagle if you still don't know what skill check is supposed to mean. You might be a St. Paul Eagle if you can text as fast as Ryan can run the 100 meters. You might be a St. Paul Eagle if, when you miss a day of school, the thing you're most sad about is that you miss Chef Treble's lunch. You might be a St. Paul Eagle if, at the sporting events, it is important to say, "Go St. Paul," because every other school are Eagles too. You might be a St. Paul Eagle if the greatest excitement you've ever had is the honor of being selected for Shine Club. You might be a St. Paul Eagle if your basketball team's average height is 3 cubits below every other opposing team. You might be a St. Paul Eagle if one name strikes fear into the hearts of all your class. It's not Mr. Richards, it's not Mr. A, it's not Mrs. Spieler or Dr. J. It's Pastor Black. And finally, on a serious note, if you are one of the few middle schoolers to enjoy school because you have the best principal and teachers in Fayette County. You are a St. Paul Eagle. I could go on, but I think I would have trouble stopping. There are so many memories that define what being an Eagle is that I can never cover them all. Thank you to everyone for making St. Paul the wonderful place it is. Some of my class feel as if we just got here and are not so eager to leave. And some of us are all too eager to move on to high school. But first, we should look back at all the places we've been, things we've learned, and the memories we've made. No matter who you are, student, teacher, or parent, St. Paul has affected us all in an extraordinary way. I am a better person for having known each of you. 8th grade class, as we go on to high school, others will know where you came from. So represent Christianity and shine Jesus' light to others. In your high school career, I challenge each of you to tell one person about Jesus and invite someone to church. 8th grade class of 2014, I conclude with this year's theme verse. Don't let anyone think less of you because you are young. Be an example to all believers in what you say, in the way you live, in your love, your faith, and your purity. 1 Timothy 4:12. Congratulations, students. Squeeze, squeeze.